Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another FIFA 22 video where today we are going to be doing something that I have seen in the comments requested a little bit recently, and it is to do an update on the 4-2-2. Now this formation obviously is one of my favorite formations, and it seems like it's making a bit of a comeback. It seems like it's one of the popular formations. Now it was always a popular formation, but it seems like it's one of the go-to formations now in FIFA 22, and I can confirm this. I've been using this a lot recently, and it is definitely back. Now you can see my team on the right is, for this stage in the game, really poor. I've got like 7 million coins. I just keep like putting off buying players, waiting for the right time. I need to just buy them and I'll get coins. But I did manage to pack Jude Bellingham yesterday in a player pick, so that is absolutely mental. Looking forward to using him going forwards in this 4-2-2 formation. But it is a super strong formation, and a formation that obviously I have a lot of experience with. Formation that is very good to play with. It's very balanced. Obviously has lots of strengths to it. Now in terms of the tactics, these are the tactics that I've been using recently. Like I said, I haven't had the opportunity to use that Bellingham yet because I did only pack it last night. But I have been using this with the 4-2-2. Now balanced, I always think is a certain. Now I seem to have understood recently, a lot of people are saying that drop back is kind of back in the game again. I think people maybe assume drop back is back in the game. I think it's just the way the game is, but apparently drop back is back, but that's definitely not something we use. Constant pressure and press, I don't really recommend with the 4-2-2. I just think that it's a little bit too easy to play with the press, and I especially think if you don't have wingers or wide midfielders to cover the wings, playing against the press is really easy, because if it's a narrow formation, all you do is chip it out to your left or right back, because there's no left or right wingers to press against them. So in this formation, because we don't have that, I don't think the press is the way to go. I think you have to stay on balance. In terms of the offensive defensive width, gone for around about 55, just a little bit wider. Just found that my team was a little bit too narrow and just through balls were a little bit too easy. So I just widened it up a little bit, and that seems to be the sweet spot. Depth I've left on 65. It's just very it just suits me. 65 is the right number, so I don't want to change that at all. There's no need to experiment with that. If it's working, let's stick with it. In terms of build-up play, I've gone to long ball again. Now I was playing slow build-up a long time, and I do like slow build-up. It does suit my style, but I feel like long ball is just a bit more effective in this formation. I just find that with this formation, long ball I just find it's a better way to play. I feel like the slow build-up, especially when you're playing people who are playing really defensive, it can make it just super easy for them to defend. So by playing the long ball, you don't give them time to get back in that defensive shape. So I find that long ball works, especially with the caliber of strikers that there are around now. Lots of players have got super high pace. Obviously, lots of defenders have got super high pace, like a Rafael Varane that a lot of people seem to have. However, long ball, I think, is the best way to play with this formation. As is, I think, direct passing with the chance creation. I use this a lot at the start of the year, and I really enjoyed playing with it because it creates a lot of goal-scoring opportunities. But the negative and the detrimental side to direct passing is it obviously does leave you open a little bit defensively, because generally a lot of your midfielders do start pushing up. And obviously we have DMs in this formation, so generally the DMs start pushing forwards. Sometimes the fullbacks can get forwards as well, and it can leave you a little bit exposed for counterattacks. But for me personally, I'm okay with that. I generally play with my fullbacks. Obviously, when I play that 5-2-1-2, generally playing my fullbacks going forwards. I feel like most of the time I'm able to cover. My defending's improved a lot. So if you are confident in like your defending abilities and the ways you can read passing lanes and stuff, you can get away with using direct passing. If you feel like you are struggling and that leaves you a little bit too open, I definitely would recommend changing this to balanced. I don't think any of the other options in this formation will work. So if you're confident in your defending, go with direct passing. If you're not, switch to balanced. In terms of the offensive width, we've stayed again on around about 65. I've left the depth and the width the same. They were working, so I don't want to change them. And obviously, since the updates and the patches and stuff have come out, it still seems to be working, those two numbers, so I don't want to change anything. If something's working, you don't want to change it. Players in the box, we've kept on around about 6, because we are going to have the DMs getting forwards in the attacking sense. Corners, I've gone that back to 1, and free kicks on 1, which is the standard stuff for me. In terms of the instructions, we've got the 2 strikers. Like I said, I need to seriously upgrade this team. I'm going to be upgrading this team this week for sure. Obviously, I've got a lot of money to spend, so I need to get some better players in my team. But we've got Pulisic and Messi up front. Both these guys want to be on stay central and get in behind. Stay central is the most important thing here. Obviously, you don't have to have the getting behind tactic on because you guys are on long ball anyway. So, they're going to run in behind, but, just to make sure, want those guys on getting behind. But staying central is really, really important. Obviously, you need your two strikers. Their main job is to score goals. So you need to keep them in the middle of the box. Obviously, it makes it a little bit easier as well for them to link up, play little 1-2s off each other. So that's really important. You can leave these two on stay forward if you like, because you are going to be playing lots of long balls. So it does make sure, if you have them on stay forward, it does make sure that they're always going to be on the defender's shoulder. So it makes it a lot easier, obviously, for them to run in behind. So they're not coming from a deeper position. They're coming from a deeper position. Obviously, it's a little bit easier for your opponent to read. He can see you guys are running in behind. And then by the time they've got on his shoulder, he's already tracking the run. So something you can do is leave them on stay forward. However, I found that when you leave them on stay forward, you really have to time the run. There is a skill to timing the run because obviously you can get caught offside quite a lot. That was something that was happening when I left these guys on stay forward. You do get caught offside quite a lot, so you've got to time your run. So if you want to do that, you can have those two strikers on stay forward. There's absolutely no problem there. In terms of the two cams, they're pretty much playing the same. I've also got Cantona and this Bellingham. Really excited to use this Bellingham today because apparently this is one of the best cards in the game. Obviously, these two guys want to be on get into the box and free roam. Free roam super important. Obviously, you don't want them, I don't really like them staying out there. If some people like to have them on stick to position, so you've always got a little bit of width. I like them to drift around because I like them to obviously get into different positions. The way the free roam works in this game is they like to kind of sometimes stay out wide, sometimes go up, link. Sometimes they make runs in behind, they drop deep. So I like that. I like the fact that it's quite unpredictable, and I think it makes it quite difficult for your opponents to defend. In terms of the two DMs, both these guys cut passing lanes, very important. Both these guys cover center, very important. But I've actually left them on a balanced attack, and that is simply because we're playing on the direct passing, if you remember. So these guys are going to get forwards. If we have these guys on stay back while attacking, they're going to get forward anyway. So we may as well leave them on balance. They have a better starting position to be able to cover and to be able to help the guys up front. So you may as well have these guys on balance. Now, if you decide that you want to play with the chance creation on balance because you don't feel confident enough defensively, then you can have these guys on stay back while attacking. And then it becomes kind of the more traditional 4-2-2 with the 4 guys doing the attacking and then the 6 guys doing the defending. So it depends how you want to play. For me personally, I like to play a little bit more aggressive and on the front foot. So I'm going with the direct passing and then these 2 guys on balance. If you are going to be doing that, then players like Vieira and Kante are not really who you want. You kind of want more box-to-box midfielder. So someone like Bellingham would be perfect for this position because obviously he's very good at attacking and defending. This is where players like Ruud Gullit, if you've got one, or those real strong box-to-box midfielders would work super well in this position. In terms of the 2 fullbacks, obviously those guys are going to naturally want to be on stay back while attacking. If the front 6 now is going to be doing your attacking, you really need the back 4 all to be staying back and doing your defensive duty. So really you need the fullbacks and the centre backs all to be on stay back while attacking. So you've at least got some players back to do some defending. Like I said, you don't want to go too over the top and just make your formation like too open. So obviously having these guys on stay back is very, very important. And then the goalkeeper, as always, comes across in sweep keeper, although goalkeepers are very different. Some days the keepers, they all save everything, and other days they won't save a damn thing. But that is it for the 4-2-2. Very, very good formation. I really like this formation. It's really, really kind of come back, which I'm really pleased to see because it was my favorite formation last year. Super excited to use that Bellingham in this formation, and obviously super excited to use him in general in some of the other formations like the 5-2-1-2 that we use. So if you do enjoy the video, you do want to see these tactics, let me know down in the comment section how these tactics went for you. If you do enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe and drop a thumbs up on the video. It does help us out massively. But that is all for today, guys. Have an awesome day. I'm out.